got ourselves a special treat. The king of the down city hustle himself. Legend to the ladies. Hip locking, bubblegum snapping, bad mama jama socking, world record clocking, cherry popping, Rex Romansky.
I'm Rex. Rex Romansky.
If you see this man, do not stop shooting him until you are sure he's dead.
Funk, more funk over there.
Have you no shame?
You dance, lovely Rita?
Like the devil.
Do I know you? Because I might like to.
I curse you.
You must perform exorcism on the girl and drive the demon out of her.
She was attacked by this woman who laid a serious curse on her.
She is not your foxy lady anymore. She is just a vessel.
The Disco Exorcist.
The blood will continue to pour unless you stop this now.
Make him writhe and suffer and die.
Spirits of the dead, hear our calls.
Michael Reed is the Disco Exorcist, from the producers of None of That. The Disco Exorcist in Voodoo Vision.
God is probably in tears right now.
Hey, what's up, everybody? I'm still continuing my Wild Eye Wednesday marathon of movies here with movie number 4, The Disco Exorcist, which came out in 2011. It's not rated. It's an hour and 20 minutes. I'll go ahead and read you the plot for it. Some different ones, a couple different people. I'll just read you the top one. The suave playboy with all the right moves and undisputed disco king Rex Romansky is in for a wild ride as a perfect one-night stand will trigger a curse and visit from hell's blackest demons now make way for the Disco Exorcist. It's got a 4.5 rating out of 10. Let's see. It's directed by Richard Griffin, and it's written by Ted Georgian or Gregan. I'm not sure how to say that. I'm sorry. I'm probably butchering the name. It stars Shadow Faye as stripper, Andre Bourdreau as first victim, Kevin Kilvery as the unlucky man, Ruth Mahala Sullivan as Rita, Michael Reed as Rex Romansky, Kai O'Brien as Red Slut. Okay, I guess that's just the side, all the women that he's with. Callista Nightle as Blue Slut, and I'm butchering these names, I'm sorry. Rich Trethway as Angel. Brandon Lewis as Emmanuel. Bernard Lavari Jr. as a bartender and dirty old man. Steve Merca as Swinging Guy, Christopher L. Ferreira as Disco Dork number 2, and porn costumes. Daniel Lee White, Disco Dork 1. So yeah, it's just getting into the extras. Those were the main couple people of the story. So yeah, that's the information here on Internet Movie Database, and stay tuned for an in-depth review and my thoughts. Hey, what's up, everybody? Steven here, the Horror Freak 85. Still doing some Wild Eye Wednesdays, movie number 4. I'm just want to get on a roll here since I've been behind on weeks. This time, as you can tell, I'm doing the Disco Exorcist right here. And I can't remember if Wild Eye sent me this or if I bought it during a sale. But either way, great company. This one I highly recommend to add to your collection if you don't have it. I know in the past, Joe the Horm and I think Dave and Jason, the other Slash Brothers, I'm pretty sure they all reviewed this at some point, and I'm way behind on it, but I finally watched it, which I don't know why I waited so long. This is definitely either an N-17 or X-rated Wild Eye. I'll go ahead and read the back of this. The synopsis of it on Internet Movie Database was probably a little different. On the cover it says, smart, funny, and thoroughly steeped in the 70s exploitation tradition with a generous amount of sleaze. Fangoria DVD of the month. It's a brutal, blasphemous horror sex comedy, a howl from start to finish. Hilarious and unexpectedly sexy. Get down, get dirty, and get dead. The Disco Exorcist. The most talked about retro horror movie of the year. From the makers of None of That, none like nuns, N-U-N, comes this blood, boobs, and bell-bottom soaked tribute to classic sleaze. Rex Romanski is a 1970s disco swinger who loves and leaves the wrong women. The wicked black magic priestess, Rita Marie. Now it's up to Rex to stop Rita's rampage of revenge, murder, and destruction before she claims more lives and the soul of the woman he loves. Get down all the way to hell with this sexy horror comedy. So that's, yeah, basically tells what it is right there, but yeah, it's pretty much somewhat of a porn with witchcraft. So definitely lots of nudity, drugs, all the 70s exploitation in it. It starts out with actually her, Rita, putting a spell on someone. I guess another man who had wronged her. She's using a voodoo doll on him, stabs his hand, cuts him apart, and this happens in front of people. But it may not be nearby wherever Rex is located. I don't know. It's just the opening scene, I guess, to introduce her, to show that she's been scorned in the past. Then we meet Rex Romanski, and I guess in the Internet Movie Database, when it was talking about the red slut and blue slut, he's just hooking up, screwing two different women, and while one's filming, just fooling around, doing coke, smoking. You know, they talk about doing quaaludes. It's just drugs, sex all around. He goes to the club, and everybody knows him there. The DJ of the club's like his best friend. You know, he's just partying, you know, dancing with everybody. And there's even these three women that are kind of watching him, and they had all at one point hooked up with him, and saying how when he sees Rita come down, she starts talking to him, and they like, you know, call her a whore, slut, and all that, even though they all hooked up with Rex anyway. It was kind of funny, their conversations about him and what they said. So yeah, Rita is the wrong one that he hooks up with, has his fun time, and she thinks maybe a relationship will evolve from it, and of course it doesn't. And he ends up meeting this porn actress, Anna Marie or Amber, something along those lines. And Rita sees them dancing together, and a little fight breaks out, and she curses her and freaks out. They get in a fight, and they leave, and so Rita, you know, puts her spell on them. He develops a relationship with her, and it's kind of funny. At one point, she asks what he's doing, and she brings him onto a set of an adult film that she's filming, and the guy who's supposed to be in it doesn't show up. So Rex, the director, I mean, obviously gay, really flamboyant, like gets him to be in the film, and she's like, it's just work. So, you know, so he's basically brought into that business, and while they're on the set there, she gets possessed from Rita's curse, and actually all the porn actors do, and they start like going after each other, killing each other, and she blacks out, doesn't remember it, and Rex just tells her, you know, to say that you saved me, and she doesn't really know what's going on, and she has these blackouts throughout, and Rex seems to think that, you know, the curse is real. He even turns to his family. His brother is a priest, and it's kind of funny because he's like, oh, fuck, you know, he's like cussing at him, and when he goes to ask for his help, and his brother thinks he's kind of crazy, you know, with drugs, just screwing with his life, making a magic thing, and a mockery of his religion, and so he has to take care of this himself. and there's this big orgy that's planned at the Friends Club, and that's when all hell breaks loose. Rita raises the dead, all this stuff that you saw from the trailer, lightning hits, I mean, guy gets his dick ripped off. I mean, it's just brutal of all the kill scenes that are in there. So there's that final confrontation at the end, and Rex has to, you know, exorcise this curse himself. He sort of gets help from this Spanish, or this like janitor guy who didn't speak Spanish, but he knew a little bit of like curses, and that's like a whole big screw up. So Rex pretty much has to take care of this himself, and then there's that final confrontation between Rita, him, and his new girlfriend. Definitely one you should check out. I mean, it's wild. It's got everything in there. I mean, it's got its nudity, it's got its comedy, its gore, witchcraft, supernatural. So I think it got like a 4, or I forget what the score was, 4 or 6. It didn't seem that high, but probably the critics who gave it that rating just didn't appreciate it for what it was or like it. But if you're into those type of movies, supernatural, voodoo, like Living Dead, just all out craziness, definitely you should check out The Disco Exorcist. I'll go ahead and put a link to Wild Eye in the description box below. Definitely check it out. This is one you should add to your collection if you don't already own it. If you've seen it, tell me what you think. If you're new to the channel, be sure to subscribe, hit that bell for notifications, and see you next time.